going on, guys? Welcome to episode 27, I guess. So, I just got done watching the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, and I gotta admit, what an adrenaline-charged thrill ride. Why didn't they ever make a video game based on that movie? That would have been awesome. I was thinking like Kung Fu, maybe like a karateka, something like that. Not Karate Champ, because that game sucks. Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna go to the bar and tear shit up. I mean, I'm gonna take my shirt off, get rowdy. Fuck it, let's just do the video games. Alright, guys. A friend of mine that I work with is a gamer as well. He's kind of getting out of the gaming. He's doing like Nintendo and GameCube. He's kind of getting out of having all the systems and games and all that shit. So, place he stopped by, they had video games there. They were $1.50 basically. He sold them to me at cost. So let's take a look. So thanks, Brett. Appreciate it, buddy. First two games are Sega Genesis games. First one is Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast. And he looks like he's attacking some wolves there, so I'm sure that's a quality title. It's actually in pretty good shape. The label's not bad. Saban's VR Troopers. So, never played that game, and I probably won't ever play that game. Hey, you never know. There was one Nintendo 64 game in there. Not the most exciting of titles. NBA Showtime on NBC. Now, I actually have this game, but the back on this, just that rip in the sticker, is a lot better than the Clay Fighter back that we got in the last episode. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this out. And then this game, I'll just give to a friend of mine or something that doesn't have it. So, yeah. There were two Game Boy games in the lot. First one is F1 Race. I did not have this game either. I do love the Game Boy, but I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore collector for the Game Boy. If I happen to come by games and they're cheap enough, and $1.50 is certainly in the wheelhouse, I'll definitely pick them up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's funny, we just talked about that like a couple episodes ago. I love the Power Rangers as a kid. Kind of watched the first couple seasons or whatever. But anyway, two GameCube games in this lot. Decent titles. First one is Rampage Total Destruction. Now, unfortunately, this one is missing the manual. And the disc is a little scratched. I don't know if that's not going to come through. You can see my ceiling. That's pretty neat. It's scratched. I'm not sure if it'll actually play, but yeah, we'll try it, see what we got. There's a little sticker. They stuck the sticker on the insert, on the cover art. I don't know why in the hell you would do that. Makes me angry. Makes me want to Hulk smash. And the last game, definitely the best game in the lot. Beautiful Joe 2. Nice black label copy. That one is also complete with the manual. I'll be throwing this actually in the collection, of course. But I think I have this for the PlayStation 2. So I'll need to figure out what I want to do with my PlayStation 2 copy of Beautiful Joe 2. Alright, hit the thrift stores today. Thrifted it up. Didn't find too much. But for 99 cents at Goodwill, picked up a third-party Nintendo GameCube memory card. Nintendo GameCube memory cards are getting expensive. And typically you want a Nintendo brand memory card. This is a Mad Catz. It's 59 block. And I actually loaded this up, and whoever had that, had like all the good games, right? Like there's save data for Luigi's Mansion and F-Zero and Mega Man and everything else. That was cool. I saw this. Normally I wouldn't pick this up because I already have it, and it's not an expensive game. But she only charged me $1.99. So for $1.99, picked up a nice copy of Metal Gear Solid, Sons of Liberty. It is complete with the manual, and it is in fantastic shape. Like I said, I have this game already, but mine's like real dingy and dirty, and it's actually missing the manual. So this is an upgrade. We'll swap that, put this one in the collection, and we'll get rid of the other one somehow. After playing Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1, I got this game, like I pre-ordered it through GameStop, paid for it, and picked it up like the day it launched, because I was such a big fan of the Metal Gear Solid game for the PlayStation 1, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on this game. And it was good until I had to play as Raiden, and I was like doing naked somersaults and coughing, and I really kind of lost interest in it, in the series, because of this game. It's kind of a shame because, you know, I love the Metal Gear games, and to lose interest after, you know, the first one and Snake's Revenge and Metal Gear Solid because of something stupid like a naked man doing somersaults in a sewer and coughing. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another chance and play through. I hated that there were only like two places, right? Like there was the tanker, and then there was like the rig or whatever that you were on. Yeah. I mean, I had a good time playing it, I guess, but whatever. Yeah, last thing that we picked up at Goodwill, man. I don't ever see Sega Saturn games out there. So for $2.99, it's a complete copy, NHL All-Star Hockey. Now, I actually do not have a Sega Saturn yet, and I'm looking to get one. They sell in my area for about $50, and I actually have two other Sega Saturn games. I've got DEFCON 5 and Last Gladiators Pinball. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up a Saturn. Jeff McEnzie actually did a playthrough or a coming out of the closet or something. He played a Sega Saturn game. It was a shoot 'em up. I forget what it was called, but it looked pretty sweet. So, yeah, look forward to getting a Saturn. So, hey, anybody that knows anything about Sega Saturns, what's the deal with the memory card thing that you need in the back? What is that for? So, I don't know. I'm going blind at this. Picked up a PC game completely for resale, and you know, I picked up some Lord of the Rings games. Jeff McEnzie picked up that MLB Baseball 2005 or whatever. This is another good seller if you see them out there. Microsoft Flight Simulator games can get really expensive. So if you see like the Flight Simulator 2000, Flight Simulator X Gold Edition, Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, definitely do your research and learn about them. This one has all 3 discs and the product key. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be 3 manuals that come with it, and it's only got one of the 3 manuals. But other than that, it's in good shape. It's got the product key. I got it for $3. So we picked this up for $3. Like I said, definitely for resale only. Recently, I think, I want to say like on July 10th, one of these sold for like $75. And then the one previous was June 18th, so it was about a month. And it also sold for $75. And this game topped out, I don't know, 4 months ago or so. One sold for $123.50, but that was, you know, complete with the manuals and all 3 manuals and stuff. So I'm thinking that maybe I can get $50 out of this, $60 out of this, which is a hell of a lot more than I paid for it. Like I said, paid $3, so that'll be an easy flip. Guys, if you ever see these games out there, these Microsoft Flight Simulator games, definitely do your research, check them out, all that stuff. All right, that is going to conclude the pickups for right now. My son and I are actually going to go out to Maxine's Bargain Box in Newark in a couple days. So I'll show the pickups that I got from there. We might have an amazing gift coming our way from one of the guys I work with. He went digging through his garage, and he found a box of video game related stuff, and he called me and said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Hells yeah, Holmes." And then he was, because he's like 70, he's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, "Yes, please, I'll take the games." And he said, "Cool, I'll see you at work." So I'll pick those up maybe Thursday morning, because I don't go to work till Wednesday night. But yeah, so we got some things still left to do this week, and it's been raining here in Columbus the last couple weekends, so I haven't been able to hit the garage sales. And to be honest, there wasn't a lot posted on Craigslist. So if the weather holds out this weekend, we'll try and get some garage sale footage. So we may have a gift, we may be going to a video game store, and we're definitely going to try and do some garage sailing. So, all right, guys, stay tuned, and we'll see if we can pick anything else up. Alright guys, saw in the video there, we went to a church sale. Those are always exciting. Started at 9, I was there at like 8:45. The line was like out the door and around the parking lot, one of the kind of thing. And, single file line into the place. So if you weren't one of the first like 50 or 60 people in line, to get that first crack at everything, you didn't really get anything. You just left with the scraps. So whatever, we tried. Really wasn't anything in there anyway. There's a lot of like, I don't know, household stuff and like old stereos and board games and things like that. And some of those board games actually look pretty old. I don't know anything about board games, but I know they sell well. But yeah, we probably hit up another 15, 20 sales, and we came up almost flat. And because what we got wasn't really exciting. So spent $2.50. That's what we spent all day. First thing we got for $1 was a texting keyboard thing for the Xbox 360 controllers. Now these aren't really valuable or anything like that. But I got them all at the same sale, so I just decided to pick everything up. 50 cents. I don't know why this was 50 cents. Got an Xbox 360 controller with the back, black obviously, but yeah, I mean it appears to be in fantastic condition. So 50 cents, got an Xbox 360 controller. I'll flip that. And then for $1, he had one game. For $1, he picked up Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now the case is broken in the middle there, but yeah, it's got the game, and I don't think this is a manual. I think it's just the season pass thing. So yeah, that's all we picked up at garage sales this week, guys. So we'll keep hunting.
Jewelry all around, yeah. But she's got a navy blue and silver.
All right, I mean, hey, you guys just saw it, right? NES games at a thrift store. I got really excited until I saw the titles. It was Excite Bike, The Little Mermaid, which in hindsight I probably should have picked up, and then whatever, I forget. Oh, the Karate Kid, with the top part of the label was completely missing. The reason I didn't buy those is because they wanted $8.99 a piece, and really Little Mermaid's worth about $8 or $9. So I guess I should have picked that up just because it's Disney Capcom, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. So we didn't get any of those games, and we didn't find anything else at thrift stores this week except for one thing. We found one game for $2.99. We got it at Goodwill. SimCity 2000 for the Sega Saturn. This is starting to get fucking annoying. and I don't mean to cuss so much in this episode, but you know what I mean? Like, finding games for systems I don't even own yet. I mean, the only thing that could probably be any worse is finding a bunch of TurboGrafx games and not having a TurboGrafx 16, you know, or a Turbo CD or something. But yeah, it's the only thing that we picked up at Thrift. Now, we did go out to, let me grab them here. Did go out to Maxine's Bargain Box in Newark. It took a bunch of trade and stuff out there. Usually what I'll do is I'll go in the store and I'll say hi to Craig. And I'll do like a walk around the store, see if there's actually anything in there that I want. There wasn't. So I traded an old Xbox 360 AV cable, pretty much straight up. I ended up throwing in $1 for a Wii AV cable. And they sell those over there for $5, which actually isn't a bad price. But they just had this one, and the rest of them were taken because, you know, they go with the consoles. But we picked up those Wiis a couple episodes ago, and I need 2 AV cables and a power cable. So there you go, got one complete. I will probably throw one up on Craigslist tonight. There's also another store in Newark. We really don't go there all that often. It's called One Up Games. I think their prices are a little too high. But he did give me a good deal on a game that I was actually kind of looking for. So for $12, which I think is a pretty good deal for Bubble Bobble. I've got some marker there. And I'll be using the Matt and Jalen marker trick to try and get that off because I tried to use a magic eraser on the Tiny Toons Cartoon Workshop and I absolutely destroyed the cartridge. And I tried to be careful, but it was so deep, you know, the ink was so deep in there that it just wouldn't come out. So, yeah, so we'll try the magic marker thing. It is dirty. I'm not a huge Bubble Bobble fan, but I do have the manual and the Taito poster that goes with that. So you see there's a little discoloring there. I'm hoping that that'll kind of come up. I'm hoping that's just dirt. But other than that, the label's in really good shape. So for $12, definitely happy to pick that up. And the last game I got, I was actually pretty excited to get it. I was not going to get it because it was way too high in price. But he told me that all the disc-based used games or for 6th generation and before, were 50% off. Any game under $30. So when I saw this, I knew I was going to pick it up. Tomb Raider Underworld for the PlayStation 2. And you can see he had it at $19.99. This game's really, it's like a $10 game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a little expensive. It is complete with the manual. Now, I know I've said it every time I pick one of these up. When Eidos basically kicked Core to the curb for a while and had Crystal Dynamics start doing the Tomb Raider games, they really fixed a lot of the control issues. You know, if you remember playing on the PlayStation 1, they're like tank controls. Like you could never turn exactly the way you wanted to. But with the DualShock 2 and the analog sticks, you know, Crystal Dynamics was really able to, you know, tighten those controls and make the gameplay fun. And, you know, they add in some other elements like Lore's Ride a Motorcycle in Tomb Raider Legend. There's like quick time events, which they are what they are, but it does kind of help break up the platforming and it gives you something else to do. This is the third one in the series. The series should run Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, and then Tomb Raider Underworld, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely glad to have that. So, all right, guys, the search continues. I still have an awesome gift from my friend at work, and we're starting to pile up these Saturn games. So we're gonna see if we can hunt down a Saturn. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Talked to my friend at work. He's actually a supervisor, but he's not my supervisor. He's a day shift supervisor. He was cleaning out his garage. He called me, and he said, "Hey, man, I found this random game stuff in my garage. You know, do you want it?" And I said, "Yeah. You know, what is it?" You know, he told me what it was. I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" And he said, "Oh, we'll talk about it at work." You know, so for $10 cash, and then his grandson is actually, he's like 8 or 9 and plays Xbox 360. So I hooked him up with that Rayman Origins and the Avatar the movie game that, you know, my kids didn't want, and I wasn't really able to move it. And I didn't want to bother with eBay because I don't do eBay either. But yeah, so for basically for $10, we picked up a NES Game Genie by Galoob. Got the flapping tack there. So yeah, definitely cool to have a Game Genie. There's one Sega CD game in there. Now I do need to get my Sega CD fixed. I think the Pico fuse blew out on it, so I need to get that replaced. Not the most exciting title, but you know what? Sega CD game, ESPN National Hockey Night. Its case is actually in fantastic condition. There's the disc. This is actually pretty cool because it comes with the the poster that went in there. So I'm a complete sucker for those kind of games. They come with like posters, or they come with like a bonus demo disc or something like that. I'm gonna buy those almost all the time. So he goes, he's reading off these titles to me, and I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. And then when he said he only wanted $10, he doesn't care. Four more Sega Saturn games complete in box, guys. It's amazing. The first one is a game that I wanted to play. I actually wanted to get this for Dreamcast, but now I'm not going to get it for Dreamcast because I have it for the Saturn. It's part of the Sega Sports Series. It's one of the arcade games that was ported to the Sega Saturn. Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition. Ooh, open. And yeah, definitely excited to get more Saturn games because we're going to buy a Saturn. It's going to happen. The aforementioned Tomb Raider. Now, this case is completely destroyed, as, there's the disc, as they often are. But I actually have a Sega CD game that has the case, but no manual. So I think I'm just going to do an even swap. Third game in the bunch is Bug. Never heard of that one, but again, it's complete. And the last game in the bunch, certainly the best game, the most valuable game, and I'm actually pretty excited to give this one a try and actually play it. Clockwork Knight 2, which apparently is better than Clockwork Knight 1, so we're definitely going to give this one a whirl when we actually get a Saturn. So yeah, there's the disc and the manual. Definitely excited to have that. And for $10 and for 2 Xbox 360 games that were sitting around that were basically, like kids games, kid-friendly type games, I think that was a hell of a deal. And, yeah, definitely excited to get those. So, all right, we'll see if we can find anything else. If not, you know what we're going to do, man. We're just going to shout out new subscribers and get out of here. So, we'll see if we can find anything else. All right, looks like we're done for the week. Pretty good week, I think. Well, it's actually been a couple weeks, so good couple weeks. We're going to do what we always do, man. I love you guys. Give a shout out to all of our new subscribers. We're getting real close to that magical 100. So, and I just want to thank, like I said, thank you guys again. We had like 11 new subscribers this time. So, definitely crazy, and I appreciate it and all that stuff. So, let's just get on it and get out of here. First subscriber is Lisa S. Thank you for subscribing again. Lisa was one of the ones that's unsubbed and then realized the error of her ways and then resubbed. So thank you very much for subscribing, Lisa. The Windmill, thank you for subscribing. Bucky O'Hare, cool name. I want to get that on NES, and I need to find it before it gets expensive. So Bucky O'Hare, thank you for subscribing. Might Moo, I hope I'm saying that right. M-U-U, Might Moo. Man, thanks for subscribing to the channel. All right, guys. Like we do all the time, the last group here, they have videos posted on their YouTube channels. The first one is Kaylin Cooper. Kaylin Cooper doesn't really do like video game videos or anything like that, but what she's doing is she's really like documenting her life and then putting it on YouTube every single day, in 5 to 10 minute videos. She has 766, 770 total videos. And what's cool about Kayla's channel is you actually don't have to start from video 1, right? You can just kind of jump in or watch the videos that you find the titles interesting or whatever. So definitely check that out. And like always, The links to all these channels will be in the description down below. So definitely check them out and, you know, whatevs. Guy I think I forgot to mention like 2 episodes ago, Chris P. Chris P, thank you for subscribing. Chris does pickup videos, and he also does collection videos. So collection videos seem to be getting a lot of views, not only on my channel, but other people's channels as well. And when Chris does his like collection type videos, he kind of does it right. Like he does it, so it's like he'll do a Resident Evil collection video. Well, he'll show you all the games, but then he'll show you like the movies and the action figures and the statues and the t-shirts and the coffee mugs and the number 2 pencils and, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, he's got like a whole thing over there. And he also did one that was really cool that I enjoyed. It's like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Those games are way too complicated for me because I'm a big dummy. And as you can tell, I can't even speak. I don't speak good. So yeah, definitely check out Chris P's channel. The next subscriber is XX Aztec Warrior XX. Definitely check out that channel. Most YouTube videos of all time. Most viewed YouTube videos of all time. I hope I'm saying that right. That's like a title and a half. It's a great marketing ploy too, because anytime somebody types in most viewed videos, your name's gonna pop up, man. So definitely cool. He's got some videos on there for subway surfing and then like music from like League of Legends. So if you're into like that online PC game League of Legends, then definitely check that out. Cool channel, Retro Remix Nation. Definitely check out that channel. If you are a fan of like rants and pickup videos, and he actually kind of did a angry video, let me read this here, angry video gamer pickup battle. It was kind of cool. If you like half-bit with that kind of humor, that kind of back and forth, where he'll play like 2 characters in the same video kind of thing, definitely check that out. Yeah. Habit Plays has a channel. He does pickup videos, but he mostly does like anime and anime reviews and things like that. So yeah, if you're into anime, man, that seems like the place for you. So definitely check that out. Last subscriber this time for this episode is Gary Irwin. Now, Gary has a pretty interesting channel going on over there. I think he only has 11 subscribers. It's kind of a newer channel. But, you know, he does like the pickup videos. But he does something that I've never actually seen a YouTuber do before. I'm not really searching for it either. But he does like Commodore 64, you know, plays and reviews and things like that. So, I'll never have a Commodore 64. It's just not something that I'm into. But I do enjoy watching, you know, other people's videos on stuff that I'm not familiar with. And the Commodore 64 is something that I definitely don't know anything about. So check out Gary Irwin's channel. Like I said, guys, the link to these channels will be in the description. And yeah, hey, we'll see you next time. Bye. Happy gaming. I don't know. I'm retarded. I just want to see how long you're actually going to keep watching. But all right, we'll cut it and go to credits.